I don't know if other reviews are mentioning this or not, but there is a post-credit scene to this movie. It is worth sticking around for. It has my seal of approval. You heard it here first, guys. Rough Night. So this is a new movie starring Scarlett Johansson, and she's engaged to be married, and her friends, played by Jillian Bell, Zoe Kravitz, another actress I can't remember, and Kate McKinnon, all take her on this bachelorette weekend down to Miami, and in the process, they're doing some drugs, they're having some fun, and then they accidentally kill a stripper who shows up to their house, and now we have our movie. And I went into this movie, like, having seen the trailers, thinking, that sounds like it's an interesting premise. I'm kind of fascinated to see if it's funny, or if it just turns into some shtick, and I got some good laughs out of this movie overall. I thought that the dynamic between Scarlett Johansson and all of her friends in the movie worked really well. Jillian Bell kind of annoyed me at first, but over time you figure out what her character is really meant to be and why she kind of comes across the way that she does. Kate McKinnon, I saw her in Ghostbusters last year. I wasn't a huge fan, but I do love all the work she does on Saturday Night Live, and this really proved that she deserves to be a comedic movie star because she was hilarious in this movie. Nails the Australian accent, very funny throughout the entire time. The other two friends in the movie, Zoe Kravitz, and again, I'm sorry, I forget the other actress, had a really good dynamic just between those two, and they worked well within the broader group as well. So again, the five of them were awesome. The undersung hero of this movie, I feel like, is going to be Scarlett Johansson's fiance, Peter. They just keep cutting back to this guy, and sometimes when you cut back to, like, the character back home, it doesn't really work. Anytime they cut back to this guy, I was hysterically laughing. I thought it was so funny. Seeing the contrast between what they're doing and what he's doing is great, and just his character overall was hugely entertaining. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he dressed like me and kind of reminded me of myself in, like, a nerdy way. I appreciated that, but overall, that character was awesome. The other five characters in the movie were awesome. There were these weird neighbors played by Ty Burrell and Demi Moore, and they were awesome too. Characters in the movie worked really well, and I already told you guys the plot about this movie. The plot works really well too. I think the premise from its conception was really cool, and the jokes worked within them killing a stripper and them trying to kind of cover it up and figure out what's going on is great too, because it's people put into a situation that nobody should have to be in. They accidentally kill somebody, and they're like, wait, we should call a lawyer before we do anything else. Then the lawyer tells them that they're already screwed, and then they're trying to kind of make up for that and everything like that. It's just one awkward situation after another. And when you're trying to cover up a murder, it can go one of two ways. It can either be really terribly thrilling, or it can be kind of unintentionally hilarious, and I think that this accidentally pulled it off in a hilarious way. So again, maybe me laughing at the murder of some guy is kind of sadistic, but overall I think the way that it worked in the movie and the way the director executed it was really clever and just kind of refreshingly fun. So I had some fun with this movie. It isn't a perfect movie because not every joke lands. There are some easy jokes here and there that I'm like, okay, like, you know, not everything's like a thinker and here and there. There are some very simple jokes. But guys, I had a good time with Rough Night. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I thought overall the theme of friendship was good in the movie. All the actors were cool in the movie, and the plot overall worked well for what the movie was going for. I thought the first act, them just doing the drugs and having fun, was decent. The second act, where kind of the like meat of the movie hits, is good, and the third act was a little, it was fine. It wasn't as good as the first two acts, but I guess those are my flaws. That not every joke lands, and the third act just isn't as great as the first two acts. But those are my thoughts on Rough Night. I would wind up giving it a B, satisfactory comedy that I think the ladies will have a lot of fun with this summer. Be sure to let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Rough Night in the comment section down below. You guys can also follow me on Twitter. I'm at John M. Hayeck. You guys can also go over to mymoviethoughts.com and subscribe to this YouTube channel for tons of more posts from me. Be sure to like this video, comment on it, share it with some friends. I am John Hayeck, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching.